Hey guys, welcome back. I don't mind my countertop mess right now. I'm fixing a car out there. I was going to work on Jurassic Park today, and then I decided to go pick up a game, which I don't really need any more games right now. I wasn't trying to buy any more games right now, but I personally like this game. I know it's kind of on the fence. Some people like it, some people don't. It's not in, well, I shouldn't say it's not in the right cabinet because it was only a kit. They didn't make a dedicated cabinet for it, so technically it could go in any cabinet you wanted. I don't think that's really that bad a cabinet that it's in. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I picked up. It does work. It has a little bit of an issue, so we'll see what happens. But I picked up a Mr. Do castle, and it is in a Frogger cabinet. So let's we can plug it in and see what it does. I don't know if it had sound or not, so that could be another issue. This fell off. Oh, it's missing a clip. Okay, but we can plug it in. So what's happening is he had to plug it in and unplug it several times to get it to boot up. So I don't know if that could possibly, maybe the 5 volts is low. Could just be a bad connection. I don't know, but let's plug it in. I hear a humming. I'm gonna shut this overhead door for a couple minutes. So yeah, it's got a scrambled screen right now. You know what, let's unplug it for a minute and open the back up. I think it's screwed shut. I'm gonna go grab a screwdriver drill. All right, I grabbed a little light too so we can see a little better in here. I didn't open the back up when I was at his house. Probably shouldn't have plugged it in because the board's just sitting in there. What the heck is it? Oh, there's another screw down here. So apparently they just threw the board in here. They're using the original Frogger power supply. Well, that probably is the problem right there. It's probably not putting out good voltage. Would not be surprised on that. The monitor that's in here is see if I can find a number on it. It's from 1984, so I'm going to say this is it is a 4900. It has pretty bad screen burn, but it is what it is. I'm trying to look here. There's a sticker here on the cabinet. I want to see if it says, oh, actually this was not a Frogger. This was a Space Firebird. I don't know anything about that game. If anybody knows anything about that game, let me know. Let me know if it's a cool game or not. So it was not a Frogger. It does have the service manual for the Mr. Do castle. If Space Firebird's a good game, let me know. Maybe I'll convert this back to a Space Firebird if I can find the parts. So since it is using the original power supply, I'm pretty much going to bet that is the problem. Those power supplies, from what I've heard, kind of suck. But let's plug it back in and on and off a couple times and see if we can get it to fire up at least. So that's why I didn't recognize that screen burn. It was some very weird looking screen burn, and that's probably why, because I don't know that game. Pretty good audio home. I don't know that I heard volume when he had it, or sound when he had it plugged in at his house. But he had to plug it in and unplug it several times to get it to boot up. So now it looks like it might boot up. And I'm willing to bet that's voltage would be my guess. I think that piece of shit power supply. The audio hum's horrible. And that's probably coming from the power supply. Turn it off and on again. Should get my multimeter out and check the voltages, but I'll worry about that later. I mean, clearly he was doing this before to it. I think it's resetting because it doesn't have enough 5 volts. Might start to quit scrambling around. Try it one more time here. I don't know if it's going to start or not. Maybe I should go grab my multimeter. Problem is I don't know right now what wire is what voltage, what color. I mean, there's a red wire which might be 5 volts. I don't know. I mean, we could check. I guess I'll go grab my multimeter. As I went to get the multimeter, it turned on. So the audio hum's pretty bad, and that there is a little amplifier here. Let's see if we can coin it up. All right, so coin, it has sound then. So it is in fact working. So that's cool. I'm just curious on the 5 volts. Like I said, I don't know. Actually, well, yeah, I could find out. I got the manual in there. I'm gonna take a guess at it and say black's my ground, and I'm gonna say red's probably 5 volts and orange probably 12 volts. I don't know if I can get my probe in there or not. Okay, red's 12 volts. It's at 12.2. Let's see what this orange is. 4.9697. So it could be a hair low. I mean, I don't know exactly what this board requires. That's at here, so by the time it goes to the board, it might even be a little lower. I'm suspecting that could possibly be the problem, is the 5 volts are low. And there might be an adjustment on this original power supply, but I don't know what I want to do with this now that I know that it wasn't a Frogger. I thought it was a Frogger. I'm gonna have to look into Space Firebird. I don't even know if it's a good game. I don't know anything about it, but since I have the right cabinet, it'd be kind of cool to put it to that game. I want to keep the Duke Castle. I'll just put that, I can always put that in another cabinet. Well, to be honest with you, I have 2 Carnival cabinets. I could honestly just transfer this over into one of the 2 Carnival cabinets if I wanted to. But this monitor is pretty, it's filthy too, so that's not helping the picture out at all, but it's pretty good burn-in on it. Yeah, I think a lot of it honestly is filth. Really, it's not horrible actually. But it works. Marquee looks like crap. Somebody cut it or something. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do. So maybe, I'm trying to think here. How did the marquee go in here? Is this not a Frogger? No, this has to be a Frogger style cabinet. The coin mechs are a little different. Or they're just missing the loops. They're missing the loops for the coin return. But if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the same identical cabinet as a Frogger. Yeah, because even the glass looks right with this plastic bezel that goes around it, the plexiglass. This is a little messed up right here. It's like somebody cigarette burned it. But anyways, I'll tell you what I paid for it. I paid 140 bucks for it, plus I got something else for free. So we can open the garage up, and it's not really arcade related, but I just like that kind of stuff, and I thought it was cool. But let me unplug this and plug it back in and see if it boots up again, or if it's going to go all haywire at first. See, it came right on. So who knows? Cardboard slid down. It's covering the top of the monitor. Not a big deal. Yeah, it's just all busted up. But I mean, it's not a horrible picture. Could use a little degaussing and a little adjustment, and probably the screen, if I were to guess, is probably absolutely filthy. But let me know what you guys think of this. If you think I should convert it back to what it was, is it a good game? Can I even find the parts to convert it back to what it was? Obviously, I can't believe that power supply works, to be honest with you. Coin door's in good shape. Everything's there. Typical gremlin, whatever, particle board on the sides of the cabinet. Those always flake and fall apart, but not a big deal. If I were to restore this, which I don't know if I'm going to or not, but if I were to restore it, I would probably just get contact paper or vinyl that looks just like this, as close as I can get to it. I know that a couple people are doing it. I would just fix the particle board because it's not bad enough to cut it out. A little bit of fiberglass resin and it would fix it up nicely. As you can see down there, this side's not bad at all. A little bit in the front corner. This side's blown out in the front right here, but like I said, fiberglass resin will fix that. You've seen me do it in the past, and I've done it on particle board cabinets, so this really wouldn't be a hard one to fix. This is the model number, serial number, but here's where it says Space Firebird right there. Looks to be all original. Even the bottom's in good shape. It's nice and solid as a piece of plywood. Typical switch they use on these cabinets. So it looks like what they did was they took these power wires and looks like it plugs right in. Now that's probably the audio issue there. You can hear that thing just making noises as soon as I move it. It's probably getting interference from that power supply. I don't normally like to put a board on the bottom of the cabinet, but if it were me, I probably would have put this down there. I should have opened it up and looked, because this is a lesson learned, and luckily I didn't break the yoke on the monitor with this flopping down like it did, because I just laid it down in the van, but got lucky. So let me open the garage here and I'll show you what I got for free, which, like I said, is not arcade related, but it works and I thought it was cool. So I got a free console stereo, and it's in really good shape and it sounds really good and it works, and it's got a record player in it. I could turn it on for a second, but I can't play anything for long because I'll get a copyright, so hold on one second. Okay, actually it's just talking right now. But
and catch up on everything that we're doing.
It's obviously not going to pick up good on the microphone. But and the funny thing is, on these old receivers, the antennas on these things are badass. They pick up radio signal way better than anything else like nowadays. Plus these old units that are, I don't know, 20-30 watt speakers and shit, they sound amazing compared to this new shit that we have nowadays, I think personally. It's just a different sound. We listen to records sometimes in the house, so it would be kind of cool to do that. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep it in this cabinet, or maybe I take it out, take the electronics out of the cabinet and put it somewhere else, but kind of leaning towards leaving it for now and just seeing what happens. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I did not get to work in the basement today. This was an hour and a half from me, so I wasted 3 hours of driving to go get this. Let me know if you think it was a good deal. Let me know if you guys like Mr. Duke Castle. Also let me know about the other game, if anybody knows about that game. and I'm actually going to look it up right now once I get off the camera here, and just kind of investigate a little bit on it. I'm guessing that it's probably not something parts are probably not easily found for it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to do a video tomorrow on finishing up the Jurassic Park 3, so we can get that wrapped up, so that the following week we can start on the Paperboy. Really want to get that up and going, so that's next on the list, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please send me comments, let me know about this, and I'll see you guys later.